Have you ever wondered how credit scoring model evaluates your creditworthiness and what factors they prioritize? Today on Credit Duck, we're diving deep into the two most widely used credit scoring models, FICO and VantageScore. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of how each model works and what you can do to boost your score. If you missed part 1, where we have covered the origins and differences, be sure to check it out here. Let's jump in. First, let's talk about FICO, the credit scoring model that's been around since 1980s and is widely used by lenders. Payment history is a key factor, making up 35% of your FICO score. The first thing any lender wants to know is whether you have paid past credit accounts on time. This helps a lender figure out the amount of risk it will take on when extending credit. Next up is the amount owed, making up 30% of your score. This measures if you're utilizing a significant portion of your available credit. It may suggest that you're overextended, which banks might view as an increased risk of default. Then there's the length of credit history, which makes up 15% of your FICO score. This score considers how long your credit accounts have been active. The longer your credit history, the more favorably it reflects on your score. The type of credit you have makes up 10% of your score. This factor looks at the variety of credit accounts you hold, such as credit cards, mortgages, and installment loans. There's no need to have one of each, so don't worry. Lastly, we have new credit, which accounts for 10% of your score. This factor looks at any recent credit inquiries or newly opened accounts. Next, we have VantageScore, introduced in 2006 as a competitor to FICO with subtle distinctions in how it weighs different factors. First up, payment history, which accounts for a significant 41% of your score. This factor examines how timely you are with your payment bills. Late payments can seriously hurt your score, so it's crucial to stay on top of this. Next, we have credit utilization, making up 20% of your score. This measures how much credit you're using compared to your total available credit. Now, let's talk about the depth of credit, which also represents 20% of your score. This factor considers the age of your credit accounts, looking at your average, oldest, and youngest account ages. It also evaluates the type of credit accounts you have, distinguishing between revolving debts like credit cards and installment debts like mortgage and auto loans. Moving on to recent credit, which makes up 11% of your score, this factor assesses the number of credit accounts you recently opened and how many hard inquiries are showing on your report. Next is balances, which accounts for 6% of your score. This category looks at the total balances remaining on all of your credit accounts, both current and delinquent. Lastly, we have available credit, which represents 2% of your score. This factor examines how much credit you have available on your revolving accounts. While it's a smaller impact, it still plays a role in your overall credit health. Now, let's take a closer look at how FICO and VantageScore compare in evaluating credit scores. Starting with payment history, this factor is crucial for both models. FICO assigns it a weight of 35%, while VantageScore places even greater emphasis on it at 41%. This highlights the importance of timely payments in both scoring systems. Next, we have amounts owed and credit utilization. FICO allocates 30% to this factor, while VantageScore assigns 20% to credit utilization and also includes 6% for balances and 2% for available credit, making a combined 28%. This suggests that FICO is more focused on total amount owed compared to VantageScore. When it comes to length of credit history, FICO assigns a weight of 15%, while VantageScore evaluates this under depth of credit with a weight of 20%. However, even though VantageScore gives greater emphasis to depth of credit, FICO overall places more weight on this aspect by separately considering both length of credit history and credit mix, which collectively accounts for 25% of its scoring model. Lastly, for new credit, FICO assigns 10%, whereas VantageScore slightly increases this to 11% under recent credit. In summary, while both scoring models share common factors, they weigh them differently, reflecting their unique approaches to evaluating creditworthiness. Understanding these distinctions can help you better navigate your credit journey. Now that we have discussed FICO and VantageScore, let's talk about how you can improve your credit score, no matter which model you're dealing with. Here are some effective strategies. Payment history. When it comes to your credit score, payment history is crucial, making up 35% of your FICO score, and 41% of VantageScore. Here are some effective ways to improve this factor. Always pay your bills on time. Set up reminders or automatic payments to help you stay on track. Ever had one of those months where money's tight and you're thinking, I'll skip this credit card payment just this once? Well, let's talk about why that's a bad idea and what happens if you stop paying your credit cards. First things first, if you can't make the full payment, at least make the minimum payment. It might feel small, but this single step can save you from serious consequences. Skipping payments altogether? Now, that's when things get messy. Here's what may happen step by step if you stop making payments altogether. Day 1, you missed your due date. Late fees may hit you immediately, depending on your card issuer's policy. It's like the first crack in the windshield. It's small, but it's just the beginning. 1 to 30 days late, now you're officially 30 days past due. Your card issuer might report the missed payments to the credit bureaus. This can cause a drop in your credit score faster than you can say ouch. 31 to 60 days, at this point, more late fees are piling up, and worse, your interest rate could jump to a penalty rate, meaning you're paying a lot more for the same balance. 61 to 90 days, the collection calls are ramping up now. Another missed payment gets reported, further dragging your credit score down. The situation's getting stickier. Once you hit 120 days late, things are serious. The issuer may close your account, charge off the debt, and send it to collections. Your credit score? It's taken a major nosedive. After 120 plus days, by now, your account is now in collections, and you could be looking at a legal action. Debt collectors might even take you to court, and if they win, they could garnish your wages. And the worst part, even if you settle the debt, the history of missed payments sticks around like a ghost. That negative info can haunt your credit report for up to 7 years. So, if you can't pay the full balance, do yourself a favor. Make the minimum payment on time. It might feel small, but it's your shield against a long, painful journey of damaged credit. Now, let's dive into the second factor that plays a crucial role in your credit score: amounts owed or credit utilization. So, what can you do to improve this factor? Here are a few best practices. Keep your credit utilization below 30%. This means if you have a total credit limit of $10,000, you should aim to keep your outstanding balance below $3,000. This is vital for maintaining a healthy credit score. Pay down existing debt. The lower your outstanding balance is, the better your utilization ratio will be. Focus on paying off high-interest debt first for the best financial impact. Request credit limit increases. This can help lower your utilization ratio without you having to reduce your spending. However, be cautious. Only do this if you can manage your spending responsibly. Now, what happens if you neglect this important factor? High credit utilization can signal financial distress to lenders, leading to a significant drop in your credit score. A higher utilization rate suggests that you may be overextended, making it harder for you to obtain new credit in the future. If you find yourself unable to pay down your debt right away, here's what you can do. At the very least, try to keep your current balances stable. Avoid increasing them until you can manage your debt effectively. Remember, maintaining your credit utilization is key to keeping your credit score healthy. Next up, let's talk about balances and how they impact your credit score. To improve this factor, consider these best practices. Regularly pay down your balances. Keeping your balances low is essential. Aim to pay off your credit cards and loans regularly to maintain a positive credit profile. Avoid maxing out your credit limits. Utilizing too much of your available credit can be detrimental to your score, so strive to stay well below your limits. Now, what happens if you neglect your balances? High balances can negatively impact your score. Even if you're making payments on time, lenders view high balances as a potential risk, suggesting you may be financially stretched. If you're unable to pay off balances completely, here's what you can do. Make at least partial payments. This shows activity on your account and helps avoid the appearance of high balances. Every little bit helps in maintaining a healthy credit profile. Now, let's discuss available credit. Here are some effective ways to improve this factor. Maintain open credit accounts, even if you don't actively use them. Keeping these accounts open helps maintain your overall available credit. Avoid closing old accounts, as this can reduce your available credit and negatively impact your utilization ratio. But what happens if you neglect your available credit? Limited available credit can raise your credit utilization ratio, which can harm your score. If your utilization ratio is too high, lenders may view you as a high-risk borrower. If you're unable to maintain high available credit, at least try to keep one older account open. This helps you maintain some available credit and can improve your credit utilization ratio over time. In summary, actively managing your available credit can have a positive impact on your credit score. So make sure you're taking the right steps to keep your credit accounts healthy. When it comes to your credit score, the length of your credit history plays a vital role. Here are some ways you can improve this factor. Keep your oldest credit accounts open. It's important to maintain your oldest accounts, even if you don't use them frequently. This helps build a longer credit history, which is favorable for your score. Avoid opening too many accounts at once. When you open multiple new accounts in a short period, it can shorten your average account age. This negatively impacts your score. So it's best to be strategic about when to apply for new credit. Make small purchases on older accounts periodically. To keep your older accounts active, try making small purchases on them every now and then. This demonstrates responsible credit use and helps you maintain a longer credit history. Monitor your accounts. Regularly check your credit report to ensure that your account history is accurately reflected. Address any discrepancies as soon as possible to prevent them from affecting your length of credit history. Neglecting to manage your credit history can lead to a shorter credit history, which limits your credit experience and ultimately lowers your score. So make sure you're taking steps to keep your oldest account active. If you can't keep your accounts open, here's how you can manage your credit history. Rely on existing accounts. Keep making on-time payments on your remaining accounts to preserve your credit history. Leverage your existing history. Even closed accounts with a positive history will stay on your credit report for up to 10 years. Use that time to build or maintain other credit accounts. By focusing on these, you'll still manage your credit history effectively despite account closures. Let's dive into the credit mix factor, which refers to the different types of credit accounts you have. Here's how to improve this aspect of your credit profile. Aim for a variety of credit types. Strive to have a diverse range of credit accounts, such as credit cards, installment loans, and retail accounts. This shows lenders you can handle different types of credit responsibly. Don't rush into new types of credit. While having a mix is beneficial, it's crucial not to jump into new types of credit without proper management. Ensure you can handle any new accounts responsibly to avoid falling into debt. Lack of diversity in credit types can limit your score potential. If you only have one type of credit, it may hinder your credit score. Lenders prefer to see a well-rounded credit history, so it's beneficial to diversify when possible. If unable to diversify, ensure you maintain good standing on existing credit accounts. Focus on keeping your current accounts in good standing. Make on-time payments and keep your balances low to help maximize your score, even without adding new types of credit. Now let's talk about the new credit factor, which refers to how many new credit accounts you open and the inquiries made on your credit report. Here's how to improve this aspect. Limit the number of new credit card applications. Try to avoid applying for multiple new credit accounts in a short period. Each application results in a hard inquiry, which can temporarily lower your score. Space out new account openings. When you do decide to open new accounts, space them out over time. This strategy helps minimize the impact of inquiries on your credit score. Neglecting the new credit factor can have consequences. Too many inquiries in a short time can signal risk to lenders. If lenders see multiple inquiries within a brief time frame, they may view you as a higher risk, which can result in lower credit score. If you're unable to manage new credit responsibly, here's a minimal action you can take. At least avoid applying for new credit until your score improves or stabilize your existing account. Focus on maintaining your credit accounts in good standing before taking on new credit. This can help ensure your credit score stabilizes or improves over time. By managing your new credit wisely, you can protect your credit score and demonstrate to lenders that you are a responsible borrower. This concludes our discussion on FICO and VantageScore and tips to improve your credit. In case you missed part 1 of the series, check out this link. For more credit insights, like, subscribe, and keep an eye out for our next video. Thanks for watching Credit Duck.